Interest rates keep rising, and an election year is right around the corner. Is now the right time to buy real estate in Tucson, Arizona? Is the housing market going to crash? Should you buy new or existing construction? Is housing affordable? And can you get a good price for your existing home when you go to sell? Hey everyone, it's Kimberly, your go-to real estate agent in Tucson, Arizona, and today we are talking about the current state of the real estate market and how it affects you. But first, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons to follow along with Tucson News and learn more about things to do and see and know about this city, my hometown. And when you're ready to buy or sell a Tucson home, all my contact information is in the description below each video on this YouTube channel. We have hundreds of videos out on this channel about Tucson and real estate, so explore the rest after this one. Comment below with questions and concerns about the Tucson housing market, and I will respond as quickly as I can. At the time of this video, mortgage interest rates are approaching 8% nationally. Are these rates here to stay, or will we see some relief in the near future? Many factors are involved in how the Federal Reserve adjusts interest rates. Right now, number one on everyone's list is inflation. Inflation has cooled off from the 9.1% peak we saw in June of 2022, as the US has hit the 3.7% mark for August and September of 2023. This is still almost double the target of 2% annually. Are we at the tipping point? There are some signs that the Fed may pause the interest rate increases for now. However, they are still expected to raise rates again this year. Predicting interest rates can be a slippery slope because there are so many inputs into the economy that it's hard to say. But several expert predictions are that we may start to see interest rates decrease slowly in 2024. We can be hopeful for the future of interest rates, but what if we need to buy a house now? What if we need to sell our home and move for work or family? How do we navigate this minefield of uncertainty? We all need a place to live, and buying a home in Tucson and the surrounding areas is more expensive than it was before. But so is rent. Rental rates have increased with inflation as well, so no matter what you do, you are paying more. Single-family homes in Tucson have jumped up into the $2,000 a month range for rental properties. So what does the Tucson housing market look like right now specifically? Well, Tucson has low inventory right now because a lot of homeowners who would like to sell their homes aren't listing their homes for sale because they purchased their property or refinanced their mortgages a few years ago when interest rates were significantly lower. Some people's interest rates are half of today's going rate, or even a third. Why give up a mortgage at less than 3% to purchase a home for close to 8%? But even though there are significantly fewer sellers than there were several years ago in Tucson, there are still slightly more sellers than there are buyers purchasing existing construction. Closed sales in Tucson for the month of September have dropped a whopping 22% since this time last year. Also in September, 1,121 homes hit the market for sale, but only 757 houses closed. What does this mean? It means, at least in the short term, that supply is increasing faster than demand. This usually means that home prices will fall, and that is what we are seeing. Home prices are beginning to plateau after the recent boom that was caused by historically low interest rates and the Federal Reserve printing money like crazy. Now that the printing presses have stopped and interest rates are higher, the demand slows down. The good statistic for people who want to sell a home is that the average seller is still receiving 98.7% of their requested list price. But keep in mind, the price has often been reduced at least once before going under contract. I'm seeing a lot more price reductions lately. Also, a lot of sellers are having to pay seller concessions toward repairs and even buyers' closing costs in order to sell their home. I didn't see that when interest rates were low. I see a lot more negotiation going on now than in the last couple of years, and this tends to benefit the buyer side. So in this sense, the market is becoming more advantageous for those looking to buy, especially if you're paying cash and don't have to worry about that higher interest rate. But is housing affordable? Affordability has dropped substantially for Tucson, with the median household income only 73% of what it would take to qualify to buy the median priced home, taking into account today's interest rates. So overall, demand for homes is lower, but inventory of existing construction is low also, meaning that buyers don't have as much to pick from if they're looking for resale. There's another option though. New construction is booming all over the city and surrounding areas. Some builders offer the option to build from the ground up, while most offer quick move-in options and pre-designed houses. New construction is a great option for people who don't want to have to deal with a fixer-upper or the aged issues that may be lurking in existing construction. Another amazing thing that new construction companies may offer is lower interest rates if you use their preferred lenders. Sometimes these rates can be eye-opening on how much lower they are than the national numbers. I work with a lot of different builders in communities all over the city and suburbs, so give me a call about the incentives they are offering right now. What if you need to sell your home? How do you navigate this Tucson market? What I'm seeing is that there are many homes that are priced a little high due to what the market has been in the last couple of years. Homes are sitting on the market for longer because cautious buyers aren't as willing to get into bidding wars. The incentive to buy new construction with preferred interest rates has also hampered the existing home sales. What I see is that if a home is priced correctly, it will still sell quickly. Presentation of the home is much more important than it has been in the last couple of years though. So you may have to get it extremely thoroughly cleaned or even have the walls painted, do some repairs prior to listing for sale. If your home doesn't have any showings or offers in the first 10 days, the chances are that the home is overpriced and the price may need to be lowered. Also, be prepared to receive offers that might not be your idea of the perfect offer. Try your best to keep your emotions out of the response before you throw the offer straight into the trash can. The bottom line is that the sellers in this market should be prepared to be more flexible if they want to get a deal done. I hope you've learned a little bit about what is happening in the Tucson housing market. If you're interested in buying or selling a home here in Tucson, Arizona, I'd love to help you out. All my contact information is in the description below each video on this channel, and there are hundreds of other videos on this channel about things to do and see and know about this city, my hometown, so make sure you're exploring the rest of this channel after this video. Comment below with your thoughts on the Tucson housing market, and please consider showing the channel some love by liking and subscribing on your way out the door. I really appreciate you hanging out with me today, and I will see you in the next Tucson video.